have made your first slip knot. You want it to be too tight. You want a nice little loose grip. 3 single crochet stitches. Hello everyone, and welcome to Crochet with Crochet, episode number 2. Today's learning objectives will be to make a slip knot, learn how to hold the hook and yarn, yarning over, and crocheting a chain. You'll need 1 skein of yarn and a size K crochet hook. Let's begin. We are now ready to begin our slip knot. I have the end of my yarn here, and I'm going to make a loop. I'm going to take my index finger, hold where it crisscrosses, and we're going to take the top of that loop and bring it down to where it makes a pretzel. I'm going to take the inside, the left side here, and the end of my yarn and pull them apart at the same time. I'm going to do that now. Inside left, the end of my yarn, and just pull it apart. And you have made your first slip knot. I'm going to do that again. This is how easy it pulls apart. Loop. Okay. Make your loop. Hold where it crisscrosses. Bring the top of that loop down. Make your pretzel. Take the inside top left, the end of your yarn, and pull them apart like so. Okay, and there's your slip knot. Now we're going to take our hook, put that into our slip knot, and we're going to just tighten it. You're going to pull the 2 ends apart like that around your hook. Okay, now you don't want it to be too tight. You want a nice little loose grip so you have some comfortable room to actually crochet on the hook. You don't want to choke your hook. Well, now my left hand is holding my work with my thumb and my index finger, and my right hand, people do it differently, but I like to have it around my middle finger, and I like to have my index and thumb holding the other side. Okay, just like this. This is comfortable. So this is what it looks like, holding my work and holding the working yarn. Okay, so the first thing you're going to learn is your yarning over. Okay, that's the first thing we do to make a chain. So I'm going to hold my work here, yarn over. You're going to be yarning over towards yourself, yarning over your hook, going towards your body, and that's a yarn over. I'm going to do that again. Okay, yarning over the hook towards yourself, and there you have it. Now from here we're going to do our first chain. Now what I'm going to do is take these 2 fingers here, and I'm going to actually help the left hand hold the work. Okay, and then what the goal is to get this strand of yarn here through this loop that's on our hook, and you're going to use your left hand to do that. You're going to use your working hand. You don't want to pull your yarn up like this. The only hand that should be moving is your working. So in this case, it's going to be my left hand. I'm going to take my left hand, put the yarn in the hook, and pull through. I'm going to do that again. Yarning over towards myself. Sometimes you got to readjust. That's okay. Grabbing my work, and I'm going to take this this chain here, or this strand of yarn, and I'm going to make it go through this loop on my hook. Okay, I'm going to do that again. Yarning over, pulling this down through that loop right there. Now I have 3 chains, and I'm going to show you how to count that. You want to look at it as like they're like V shape. So you see this V shape here, that's 1 chain. Here's another V here. This is 2 chains. I'm holding it here, and then your 3rd chain is next to your hook up here. So we have 1, 2, 3 chains that we've already made. Okay, I'm going to make another one. Yarning over. I'm going to use my working hand and pull it through. chain 4. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is right next to the hook. Now, this is what happens if you don't hold your work. Oop. It's going to slip out of your hands every single time. So you definitely want to hold your work here. The other thing I want to talk about is if you crochet too tight, you don't want to hold it too tight because it won't go through. You just want it nice and loose, comfortably, so it can go through the other chain. And there you have your chain stitch. Okay, I'm going to come back to you and I'm going to set up for my right hand. Okay, I'm back and I'm going to show you for the right-handers. Okay, I've already had my slip knot made, is on my hook, and I'm ready to yarn over and begin my first chain, holding my work with my right hand here. Okay, and then I have my working yarn around my middle finger here, and I'm holding the working yarn with my index and thumb. Okay, here we go. Yarning over, grab that work there, and I'm going to pull through to make my first chain. That's chain 1. Yarning over, holding my work. Now I'm using my right hand to do it, pulling that strand through that loop. Chain 2. 1, there's a V, and there's a second V. 2. And do it again. Yarning over. There we go. And do it again. Yarning over towards myself. I'm going to use my hook to bring this strand into this loop right here. And there you are. So this is what it looks like when you get a multiple of chains. Right here is a chain of 20. I switched my yarns because the blue yarn was from my scrap yarn and I just feel like it wasn't as clear as this newer yarn here. I really wanted you to see the different chains, that you can see those V's in there. Okay, so now it's easier for us to count. Chain there, here's a chain here, a chain here, where my thumb is. I would encourage you, until our next meeting, to continue to practice your slip knot and your chains. You could do a chain of 20, chain of 30, and just take them out and start over. And this is how simple it is to take them apart. You just simply pull your working yarn and they come apart just like that. On episode number 3 of Crochet with Crochet, you'll be learning how to do a single crochet stitch and learning how to increase your rows. Until next time, keep it hooking.